Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. It's been a very long time again. It's been over a year since I last filmed. I'm back. I'm here to show you a huge amount of makeup from Charlotte Tilbury. It's ridiculous. This is over £500 of makeup. Not all bought in one go, I'd like to add, but nearly all of it is going to be used for first impressions today. Some things I have tried before, and I hope you really enjoy. This is the finished look. If you want to find out how to kind of get this look, you want to know a little bit more about her products, I've got everything apart from mascara and brow products. So come and join me and we'll see where this takes us. Okay, so we're going to start with primer. I've got so many products here and I'm going to try and use absolutely everything. I'm so excited with how this is going to end up looking. I've heard so many amazing things about Charlotte Tilbury. This was almost like a birthday present to myself, and some of it also isn't brand new, but most of it is. So I've got two primers basically. I have the Wonder Glow and I also have the Flawless Filter. So I think what I'm going to do is pop Wonder Glow all over my face, quite a small amount, and then go in with the Flawless Filter just on the high points of my cheeks. So this is the packaging. I know you guys have probably seen a million unboxing, especially if you're looking at reviews like I was doing recently. You get 40 ml of product and it's just in one shade. So it's quite a good amount really. So I'm just going to pop my hair behind my ears. I think what's quite good about me showing you guys how this looks is, yes, I have some clear skin on this side, but I do have some pretty nasty blemishes. I have really enlarged pores as well. My skin type is combination oily, but I do get very dry as well. So I have large pores from having acne and then also still having blemishes now. I'm at 27. But I do suffer with really dry skin, especially around my eyes. So we'll see how this works. It's not like I've got perfect skin and I'm about to put some foundation on that's just going to look perfect anyway. If I just pop a little bit of this on the back of my hand and we'll see how we go. My mirror is just down below, so if you see me looking down there, that is why. Just going to put it on with my fingers. Has a really nice fragrance, nothing too strong, quite florally. Okay, so that's all on. Don't know if you can see a difference yet on camera. Let me just have a little look close up. So I can see like really, really tiny particles of glitter basically, but to be honest, you would be so hard pushed to see that on someone else's skin. I can just see it because I'm looking like really, really close up. So it looks, I mean, bear in mind as well, I've not put a huge amount on because I know I'm going to go on with the Flawless Filter, but it looks quite luminous. It's sunk in kind of straight away and it feels really, really nice. So then we'll go in with the Flawless Filter. So this is super famous. Everyone loves it, supposedly. I've got shade number 2. I'm quite pale at the moment, so it's difficult because I wear fake tan here and there, so I find it really hard to commit to buying expensive skin products like foundations and concealers, because I know that I'm constantly changing colour and I usually buy 2 of whatever foundation, but this is so expensive that I definitely couldn't afford that. So I've gone with the lighter colours because that's kind of what I am pretty much all of the time. And I'm just going to pop this on the high points. Doesn't really smell of much. I think I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead, down the nose, oh, a bit more, and on my chin as well, and we'll see how we go with that. So let's have a little look. Wow, that's amazing because it has a bit of coverage in it as well. There is a bit of skin tint. That looks beautiful. I feel like I'd be tempted to like put that on my entire face, which I'm not going to do right now because I think that would probably be a bit too much. That looks beautiful though. Those two products together make me look really fresh and dewy, and say I just covered up a few of my imperfections, that would be a really nice kind of everyday sort of look. So I invested in the Airbrush Flawless foundation, and I have got shade number 4 neutral I went for. I haven't actually tested this yet. I need to tear into this beautiful packaging. The colour, I think it looks pretty good. It's a super luxurious bottle. These products are, I think this is about £34. I will link everything down below, but we know how expensive Charlotte Tilbury is. It's ridiculous, but if it's worth it, then I think it's worth investing in a few really great products that you love. So this foundation is supposedly matte. From all the reviews I've seen, it's got a pump as well. From all the reviews I've seen, it actually doesn't look matte at all. We'll see. We'll see what I think. I did also invest in the complexion brush that is Charlotte recommends to use with this particular foundation. So it's tiny. I know everyone says that, but it is really, really small, like when you look at the size of my hand. So one end is a angled flat brush for concealer, and then the other end is the flat-headed kind of kabuki brush. So from the reviews I saw, people who used this brush for the foundation found it much, much more effective. So I'm quite excited to be able to use this, and then I can use that for the rest of my makeup as well. It looks like, from what other people have said, you only need about one pump to cover your entire face. I do also have a beauty blender here, just in case I feel like I need some extra help blending this out, but hopefully we don't have that problem. Okay, I've got a pump in a little bit. We'll just see how we go with that. It does look like it's maybe going to be a touch too dark, but anyway, we'll work with it. Like I said, I have absolutely no fake tan on at all at the moment, and I do normally have some kind of gradual tan on. I try and keep something on to stop me from being too pale. Oh no, I just put concealer. I just put foundation in my hair. Okay, bear with. Oh my god, that is so funny. What idiot puts foundation in their own hair? And I've literally just washed it. And you know what this lockdown malarkey is like? I'm literally washing my hair every 5 days, so I think I've managed to make most of it disappear. Thank God I'm blonde. Okay, so I've blended it into one side of my face, just so we can have a little look, see how it compares one side to the other. This is my more kind of blemishy side. So it blended really, really nicely with this brush. It was really quick. It actually does look quite matte to me, very matte. It's quite a yellow shade, which I personally like. It's done a pretty good job at covering. You can still see this blemish. I have enlarged pores. Let me just zoom you in so you can have a bit of a better look at what is going on. Okay, so at the moment it's making my pores on my nose look hella ugly, and this is why it's really hard to get reviews online, because most people do have really, really good skin. Even when they say they have large pores, they really don't. These are large pores, my friend. This is looking like it would have looked a lot nicer with a pore filling primer. A lot nicer, actually. Anyway, the rest of the face, you can still see this blemish. I haven't tried to put any more on yet, but the rest of it looks really well covered. It looks like a really nice finish. I'm just not happy about this. I might go and get some Porefessional from Benefit and wipe this off and start again. Okay, I'm just gonna take some Garnier Micellar water and literally just take it off my nose, because if I can get a primer that agrees with this foundation, then I think I'll be giving it a much fairer chance, because to be fair, I would normally wear a pore filling primer because my pores are so large, unfortunately. And then I'm just going to put some Benefit Porefessional in there, and hopefully we can get this to work nicely for my skin. So I'm going to take a little bit more foundation since I put so much of it in my hair, and carry on with the rest of my face. Okay, it's still sunk in a little bit, but it is considerably better. Okay, so I would say that I'm done blending this in. Let's just have a quick overview. It blended beautifully. It smells kind of smoky. Strange smell. I mean, it's not overpowering. Just like when you really get close to it, it does smell quite smoky, in my opinion. But the rest of my skin does look absolutely stunning. I'm really, really happy with it. I would say that this is matte though. I'm not having this like really glowy, shiny effect, in person anyway. I know the lights do make things a bit more glowy, but it looks really good. And I really like the high coverage of it as well. I'm just glad that we could save the day with a bit of my trusty Porefessional. So the next product is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I've got this in one shade lighter, so I got it in 3. I'm gonna just use this for under my eyes. It feels super luxurious. This bottle is heavy. This has the sponge applicator that I know a lot of people don't like. I don't really get the hype about this. I mean, everyone else is used to using doe foot applicators for their concealer. They take the doe foot, they put it all over their face, they put it back in the bottle. To me, it's exactly the same thing. I do get that initially you're like, oh, gross, but you're doing that with all of your other concealers. So I don't really see what the difference is there. So I will give this a million twists. Oh, she's coming through, she's coming through. Okay, I think we'll work with that, see how we go. So I'm just gonna pop this under my eyes. I will pop it over the spot just to see if a miracle is going to happen. So I'm basically just putting this on the high points of my face. Not huge amounts. And I'm going to use the brush to blend it out. Okay, I'm really happy with that. I think it looks bright. It's given me some brightness to the eyes without being too light. I hope you kind of agree with that. And it's not it's not got a massively contrasting finish to the foundation. So yeah, I think that looks really good. So before we set the under eyes and the face, I have a contour wand and a highlighting wand, which I'm very excited about. So I have a contour wand and a beauty light wand. Contour is in the lightest shade and the beauty wand is in Spotlight, I believe. So they're in a little box like this, and they're both in identical tubes, just slightly different colours. These tubes have a sponge applicator again, and you twist them on and off. So yes, I've got Spotlight and Fair Medium. I'm going to start with the contour, and I think I'm probably not going to use this brush just because I don't want to get lots of dark colours on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my Real Techniques kind of dense contour brushes. So you take the lid off and you've got the sponge. Oh, sorry, way too high. And I've been told, there you go, that you can basically twist it open and shut. Ooh, that's exciting. Oh man, that's probably way too much. Let it suck it back in. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this in the cheekbones and around the face as well, and the jawline a little bit. Okay, let's go with that. Hopefully it's not too little, not too much. Let's start with the cheeks. So that looks really, really natural and just naturally contoured, I think. It looks really lovely. And I'm then going to remember to shut it before I lose all of the product in the lid. And then we're going to try Spotlight. I'm very excited about this. I need to crack a window. It's getting very warm in here. Oh yeah, surprise! There's a bun in my oven. Anyway, we can talk about that in another video. So, back to the highlighter. It looks super glowy. Quite a natural champagne colour, and you can see your skin underneath it, so it's like it's not got any coverage to it. It is just the reflective quality. So I'm going to give this a little squeeze and pop it on my cheekbones. Just on the high points, and I might just use my fingers for this. Oh mama, that looks so beautiful. It's like you take a lot of the glow away with a matte foundation, but this just allows you to add it back in. Oh my god, that is absolutely stunning. It looks like glass, like it looks like natural skin. It looks like I'm not wearing a high coverage foundation. That is unbelievable. That is, so far, that's blown me away compared to everything else, which is ridiculous because everything's lovely, but that has blown me away. So we now need to set these under eyes. I've got some creasing, completely normal. I would never expect there not to be creasing under my eyes after putting concealer on. I have got the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I did get it in shade 1 just so that it's not, I could probably get away with medium, but I just felt like I want to get something that I can use all the time, not just when I'm tanned. So this is the gorgeous packaging. As per, beautiful packaging. It feels really, really luxurious. And this powder's really, really highly reviewed. I've never tried it before. I'm very excited to give it a go. So I'm just going to use a Real Techniques brush. What's this? A contour brush. I'm just going to use this under the eyes. I'm also first off just going to go in there and get rid of those creases. I'm not going to powder my eyelids just because I like to have a bit of stick for the eyeshadow that's to come. So I've been told to, if you do this, as you can see, loads of powder pops out. So because it's really fine, you can just kind of roll your brush into it and then position it where you want it. That really is a flawless powder. That looks great. It really looks great. And then on my eyes, I just kind of blend away the excess concealer and foundation that's on there with my fingers. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm really happy with that. Really, really flawless finish. As expected, of course. Let's finish the face and then we'll go to the eyes. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. So I've got her bougiest product. I feel like this is the bougiest product. The Filmstar Bronze and Glow in this glorious packaging that I know you've probably seen 1,000 times on YouTube. It has the ends come off and it folds open, and inside you find the most overpriced bronzer ever. So this is the little beauty. I got it in the lightest shade and it's got a, sorry, huge mirror. It's got a bronzer and a highlight. They're very light. Again, her products are more about enhancing your natural beauty rather than Instagram makeup, which I'm totally there for. I really, really like that. So to bronze, I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to kind of go to all of the hollows, well, all of the bronzing areas, not the hollows. So I'm not really going to contour with this. I contoured with the contouring wand. So there's not loads of kickback. Seems really nice. Let's just go ahead and add some bronzer. I feel like, so I'm really used to products like Hoola. I feel like this is going to be a lot lighter than that. This bronzer is beautiful. Really, really gorgeous, like warm, been out in the sun kind of colour. Like a real bronzer, not just a contour. And then I will go on top with some highlight. I'm excited for this. I'm not expecting it to be blinding, but I'm still very excited. So I've got one of my Real Techniques setting brush. They're really, really lovely sized brushes for highlighting. And I'm just gonna go on top. I'm gonna pat because I already have product there, so it should help it sit on top. That looks really, really beautiful. I definitely need to blend it together a little bit. That looks really gorgeous, really glowy. Again, it's super glowy for a high coverage look. Really, really impressed with that, really impressed with that. Then for the last bit of the face will be blush. I have two blushes here. So one I got at Christmas time is the They're called Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blushes. This one's in Ecstasy. Really like this colour. It's slightly lighter on the outside, darker in the middle. It's very, very pigmented, but it's quite a natural colour. And then with all of my new products, I got the Pillow Talk blush, which looked a bit more neutral. I don't really like the whole swirl and pop thing, so I'm just going to kind of mix it together. It does work better for me personally. So I'm going to go ahead with my very old but trusty Sigma angled fluffy brush and give this a little... I'm not going to swirl too much because I do find her products have quite a lot of fallout. Let's just pop a little bit of that on the apples and drag it outwards. I do like a bit of blush to really blend in the highlight to bronzer. So I feel like my cheeks are really glowy, and even for someone with large pores, I don't feel like it's over accentuating them at all, which is really nice because normally I go for matte everything. Obviously I do wear highlighter, but normally I do go for matte everything. And yeah, I'm really happy with these colours on my face and the warmth that it's bringing and the glow that I've got. I've got really nice coverage. I'm really, really happy with this so far. Okay, so we're next going to move on to eyes. I have one of her palettes. I got this at Christmas time, and one of her, you know, one of the sets that they do with like, so you can make like a whole look. This is the Bella Sofia palette. So she's got 4 colours in there, Prime, Enhance, Pop and Smoke, and we'll pop these colours on my eyes. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques Essential Crease brush, and I'm going to go into the top colour here, and this is the Enhance colour, I think. So I'm just going to gently pop this all over the lid. Just going to smooth out what's on there already. Focusing this on the inner corner because it's quite light reflecting. Then with the next colour across, I'm going to pop that in the crease on the same brush because it was clean. I'm just going to blend with a clean brush around the edges. And then I'm going to use a flat shader brush. This one's from Sigma, and I'm going to use the pop colour in the middle. I might pop some Fix Plus on my brush. Often these colours do work better either with your finger or a wet brush. Okay, I feel like you really need either a very wet base or a wet brush. So I'm just going to take some Fix Plus and give my brush a spritz and then dig into there again and hopefully get a bit better payoff. As pretty as it is, I've definitely had better shadows. Okay, I'm probably going to leave it at that with that shadow, just because I find it quite hard to work with, I'm not going to lie. And then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush with the last colour, which is the the Smoke colour. So I'm going to use this on the outer edges, and I'm going to kind of drag this down a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with the second colour and smoke that out on the lower lid. Or lower lash line, as normal people like to call it. That's really beautiful. I've had quite a bit of a fallout going on. Let me try and shift it. So I'm just going to blend this smoke shade out. Oh man, it's getting hot under these lights. It is very pretty. I'm going to pop a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. I'm going to use the Filmstar Bronze and Glow for that. Just taking one of my Real Techniques brushes. I honestly don't know which one this is, but it's kind of a tapered end brush. It allows you to get right in there on the inner corner. So that's my finished look with the Bella Sofia eyeshadow palette. I've kind of followed her guidelines and then done it in my own style, if that makes sense. I do have a couple more eye products to use. So I did get her brand new Pillow Talk eyeliner. this looked like it'd be really, really great for blue eyes because it's quite a red based brown. So let's give this a go. Sorry, I do have to kind of use a mirror up close for this. I'm going to pop it in my tight line and my waterline. I'm just popping this on my lower lash line as well. It looks like a really beautiful colour if you just did just a liner as well, just to enhance the eyes. It's a lot more red than any other liner I've ever used before. Normally I'm used to browns with kind of shimmers in them rather than absolute red browns, but it looks pretty. I don't think I'm using it to its full potential in this look, but it does look really nice. Next, we're nearly there, is the liquid liner. This is the Feline Flick in black. I can't talk to do this, so yeah, it's a really nice liner. It's a felt tip, really, really slim nib, and I've had no problems with it so far. Okay, that's going to have to do. I don't love putting liquid liner on. I have quite difficult eyes because my eyes are quite hooded. The flicks are always different because I have creases at different points on each eye. So I'm gonna do mascara and brows off camera because I don't have any Charlotte Tilbury products. I did have a Charlotte Tilbury mascara. I think it's the Film Lights camera, something like that. I will find out. But it transfers on me because I've got quite deep set, maybe, eyes with long lashes. I am like the perfect candidate for mascaras transferring, whether that's top or bottom, and it basically did both. It was so disappointing, so I had to stop using it. So I'm going to use this basically is the opposite problem, the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. This doesn't come off, it's a nightmare. And then I'm going to use probably my Benefit products. I've got Ka-Brow and also Precisely My Brow and Gimme Brow. I'll use a little mixture of those. They're all in shade 2, by the way. I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, so I'm back. Lashes and brows on. I've done my brows. I didn't use the Ka-Brow in the end. I felt like I should do a more natural looking brow with this look just because Charlotte Tilbury's all about the glow and kind of looking as natural as possible. And then the final aspect of this look is going to be lips. So I've got a few lip products here. I have her iconic Pillow Talk lip liner. I have a couple of different lipsticks. So the ones that came in the set that I got for Christmas is Penelope Pink, which is a beautiful nude. It's quite an orange based nude, if you can see. It's not a pink based nude. I do really like it though, looks great. And then the colour that I'm going to use today is one of her other lipsticks. I can't remember what kind of style this is, but this one is in JK Magic, so an ode to JK Rowling. It's a beautiful lipstick. This one is stunning. It's such a beautiful nude. And then to top it off, I have a lip gloss in Seduction. And we're nearly done. So let's pop some lip liner on. This is her most famous, sold out all the time lip liner. It just kind of gives you your lips but better. Please excuse my very sore looking lips. I can't stop chewing them. I don't know if it's a pregnancy thing or what. I just can't leave them alone. This lip liner is so beautiful. You could easily just kind of fill in your whole lips and then just pop a gloss on top. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to go in with my beautiful JK Magic lipstick. Absolutely stunning. How beautiful is that lipstick? You don't even need a lip gloss with it, but I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of this in the centre. Okay, we are done. I keep looking at my face and I'm like, have I missed anything? No, we're actually done. To finish off, I'm just going to spray my face with Fix Plus. I feel like everyone's forgotten trusty old Fix Plus when they look at setting sprays. I love this stuff. And also, that smell just brings back so many memories of being like 18 or 16, being on YouTube. That was, by the way, over 10 years ago now. And looking at everyone buying all this MAC makeup and then going to buy my own for the first time and just being super duper inspired. Okay guys, so that is the finished makeup look. A little rundown of my favourites. I would say that nothing to me was a letdown, which is great, an amazing thing to say. I'd say that my standout products would have to be the Hollywood Flawless Filter. The foundation does seem really nice, but I do feel like I need to test it out a bit more, so I can't quite put that in there yet. I would say the Spotlight highlighter was beautiful. The Filmstar Bronze and Glow bronzer and highlighter was stunning as well. The powder seemed really nice. This is one of my favourite all-time lipsticks. And like I said, everything else was all lovely. I loved it all. But I would have to say those are my kind of standout products. I'm looking around the room, making sure that I haven't missed anything. But yeah, I'd say those are my standout products. So I'm really happy with how I look. I think my skin looks flawless and expensive, and I feel luxurious, and it makes me feel good about myself wearing this kind of makeup and making it look this kind of way. I think it's doing all the right things. It looks good, it's made me feel good. So during this time, we definitely need things like that. So this is a close-up of the finished look. So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you made it to the end. Thank you if you did, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.